Hey, Edward, thanks for joining me
Right.
today. How's things?
No problem. Good, very good actually.
That's the story. Hey, Edward, for the viewers, do you mind just introducing yourself and sharing us a bit about who you are?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Edward Sanders. I originate from the UK. I went to university in the UK and did an engineering degree. I left there in the mid '90s. I've travelled all over the world in real estate and in development, including Hong Kong and the Middle East and Africa. I came, and that's treated me very well. I did very well in my career. I came to Australia about 5 years ago, um, on the back of a divorce to be with my daughter, and so it's really reacclimatizing to a new business environment in that regard, as well as a personal environment. That I've been on this journey for a while now.
Excellent. So, do you mind sharing a bit about the type of businesses that you're involved in?
Yeah, sure. So I started off in surveying, in building surveying, and that sort of developed into more of a management role and consulting role into property development. So I've been consulting in the Middle East for a while, and I sometimes do that with visits, in-country visits now in Dubai, looking at that's a property management business that I consult to. And then within Australia itself, I look at, I was again doing consultancy for developers, looking at their cost models as well as their management models. And now, more recently, last year, I've gone off into my own business to do property development.
Excellent. So, tell me what led you to start the coaching program, Edward?
Sure. Yeah. Look, my career had treated me well, and I'd made sacrifices during that time without necessarily realising that. And then being aware that things were topping out for me. I wasn't enjoying the work. I wasn't getting the traction that I wanted or had been used to. So I knew there was something missing there. There was effectively like a missing link or something, but I didn't know what that was. So I did reach out for some help, some coaching and direction. One of those was through yourself and also Tracy, to really be able to focus or identify what some of those blockages were in how I was progressing.
Excellent. So, tell me a little bit about the process. What did you experience? What changes have you made in your life through going through the coaching process?
Yeah, look, what really surprised me, Greg, was we've sat down a number of times, and there was one session we did, which you're well aware of, and we've spoken about a lot. But it really identified. It was surprising, really surprising for me, because I thought I understood the business world I was in, and as well as the personal space I was in, but you were able to uncover some areas in my life that I didn't realise were holding me back, and that was a shock, because that wasn't pre-identified through the process we did together. That really sort of pulled that back and allowed me to then be consciously aware that was holding me back, and that was a real defining moment, and we both remember that day very clearly. And then beyond that as well, that was the real catalyst that really got traction for me. And meaning now that I'm more consciously aware of the situation I'm in, and why I'm doing something, and what my goal is, and eventually how to get to that goal. So it's given me a lot more confidence, or action with confidence, knowing what I'm carrying, both positive and negative, and not being overwhelmed by the situations I'm in, or not to have apathy, because that was an easier direction than dealing with the challenge. And then beyond that as well, you've introduced Tracy, who's taken that to another direction as well. which, you know, what Tracy does, I have no idea how she does what she does. But then when we speak afterwards, it's astonishing some of the results I've felt during her practice that I'm unaware of. And then I call her and say, "Hey, Tracy, you know, I was feeling X, Y, Z today," and you know, she was able to explain why that was. And so, you know, I don't know how my car works, but I know it gets me from A to B, and that's what I feel Tracy does. I don't know how she does it, but she gets me from where I am, if I'm stuck, to opening that door for me to walk through effectively. So between both of your influences on me and coaching, it's really allowed me to avoid that analysis through paralysis through analysis, and press on and really allowing myself to take on projects that maybe I wouldn't have done this time last year through fear and the unknown.
So what would you say is the biggest shifts that you've had personally?
Personally, with applying that to my business,
personal shifts, shifts in business. I know you've done a lot of work. We've assisted you in that work, but yeah. So
look, personally and business-wise, I think I'm a lot more consciously aware of my goals and how to get those goals, but also not fearing on that, what I need to do to get to that goal, not being overwhelmed by it, being a lot more consciously aware of the resources I have, and gaining new resources as well through work with you both, so that I have a new skill set. You know, you don't know what you don't know, and a lot of it has now been shown to me. Okay, you don't know this, so learn about that and then take the action. A lot of it, that's the other thing, a lot of it has been, it's not just philosophical stuff, it's real action taking, tangible results and tools that I'm now equipped with. You know, I'm engineer background. We've spoken about this before. I'm very into having a tangible result and analysing stuff. And I can see now that I'm really getting value. It's enabled me to leave my job, my regular employment last year. So I'm now set up on my own because it's given me the confidence and the tools to be able to do that. So yeah, it's really like having the confidence to take the action.
Brilliant. So what would you say to other men that are considering this type of coaching, which is not really typical mainstream business or life coaching, is it?
That's right.
What would you say to other men?
There's a number of things, all right. There's with you really got to get out your own way. I was in my own way, and you know, I was blocking. I was making up excuses and reasons not to do certain things, and so I would say at least open yourself up to having a conversation with you. That initial conversation to understand where they're at, and start seeing what the massive upside could be through engaging you and/or Tracy, with nothing to lose. There's absolutely nothing to lose. You know, spend that half hour, whatever, to understand a bit more directly with you, because it just pays so many dividends, Greg. It really has. It's and yeah, should have done it years ago. Didn't. This is where I am, so that's fine. So I'm enjoying the journey now. So yeah, just try to sum up. Be open to the opportunity just to have that initial conversation with you. Definitely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing, Edward. I really, really appreciate it.
You're very welcome, mate. And thanks for all your hard work. It's been great.
Yeah, cheers, mate. See ya.
All right.